Hello guys, and welcome again to the second video of today. Today we are going to be giving our first thoughts and initial impressions of the CR56 AMAX, otherwise known as the Galil. Now, what do I think of this gun? Going straight into it. Well, I think the normal ammo variants, so that's the 30 mags and the 45 round mag variants, these guns are basically the weapons that the SCAR H and the AK should have been. Now, by that I mean the AK, you can make it 75 round mag, but it is slow as hell to handle. And in terms of the SCAR H, beautifully powerful weapon, good balance of everything, except you only have 30 rounds mag, max, which means basically in Warzone, if you're playing in modern squads of 2 or 3, you're in trouble, because, you know, that's not enough to take out a full team when you're under pressure, especially considering it's got a bang average reload time. So yeah, this gun, I believe, is the weapon in its base variant that the AK-47 that got SCAR should be. So if you like those two weapons and you like the slower rate of fire but the pack-a-punch style weapon, you should pick this one up, because this one is probably going to be, this one's going to do you well. In terms of defining the meta, I think it may actually do that. Playing with the Vector, or the Fennec as we may call it, having a bit more of a play around with that, I do think that that does have a place in the meta now as well. Once you start putting the long barrels on there, it's just a laser beam. The only thing I do think though with this gun is that it does need a little bit more ammo, and you just need to basically give it a bit more life in that regard. So yeah, put the 45 round mag on it, it's going to be absolutely fine. Attachments, it doesn't really need any other than a sight and maybe a barrel, but of course, sorry, not barrel, a grip, but you can put a barrel on there as well, wouldn't do you any harm. But let's talk about where this gun, I think, is really going to shine in the meta. So, I've been testing this out with Sam, who was kindly the guinea pig for the testing out. And the M67 10R Mags is where this gun is properly going to redefine the meta, I think, in my opinion. Purely because it's what Marksman rifles should be. Now, Sam, you've had the pleasure of being on the receiving end of this, and what did you think of it?
I definitely recommend it. Like, it's one of them that whenever you pick up a gun and you go, that's one of these guns that I'm going to keep for a while. It's absolutely spot on. When Craig obviously turned around and he says, do you want to go with it? It felt like a bit of an honour, really, because I was up to 200 health. One shot, I think, 90, wasn't it? Or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Went straight down, and then within 3 shots, that was it. That was absolutely it. And I didn't believe it at first. Craig said he was going to try it. I tried it on Craig, and yeah, 100%, 3 shots. So yeah, definitely 100% recommend that gun. If it drops on the floor, pick it up. It's quality.
So you used it for a bit and had a bit of a one-on-one while I used like a standard weapon. I think it was an M13 standard it was. How did you find actually using it while being under pressure of someone shooting you?
Quality. I'm not just saying that for the sake of it. It was absolutely quality. It was just, there was a lot of control of the gun. Fair enough, when you're under fire, you know, it is hard, but with that gun you had the control and the decent shots straight to yourself, really. But if I had to sum it up in one word, like I've used a lot in this, it's just absolutely quality.
Quality.
Really good.
Well, there we go. You heard it there first from Sam. The reason I brought Sam into it there is because he's always used his normal assault rifles, never really used a Marksman rifle. So it's just genuine to see what someone who doesn't really use them thought of it with 200 plus health. So I thank you very much there, Sam. So let's crack on. It is actually ridiculous, isn't it? Purely, like, this is what the EBR should have been at launch. This is what the SKS should have been at launch. You know, like, I don't understand that Marksman rifles are supposed to have a bit more variety, but I think in terms of Warzone, well, multiplayer those guns still have a place, but in Warzone, I think the ABR and the SKS and maybe even the Mark II carbine are now completely irrelevant because of this adaptation, because it's taken, as we tested, which you can see the footage of now. In normal multiplayer, it's a standard 1-hit kill at the head and a 2-shot kill anywhere, which is identical to the EBR. And then when we went to the private match, I set Sam to 200 health. I then stood at range, I put 1 bullet into him with a Renetti, which is around the 20 to 30 damage mark. So you would have a closer representation of what a fully armoured person would be like in Warzone. And it just melted them. 2 hits to the head, and 3 hits at medium range to basically polish someone off the back gun. And it's got a really quick rate of fire as well for a semi-automatic. And I do think that this is where the shine. And yeah, you've got to bear in mind though that this gun is going to make the other two irrelevant because it uses the assault rifle ammo. Now the big problem with the ABR and the SKS is that you use sniper ammo, you get 40 max, you have 2 clips at someone, you're out of ammo for it, whereas this uses the assault rifle ammo and it is filthy. So I heavily suggest you pick it up, and you've heard it here first folks. That is pretty much what I think of that weapon. Of course there'll be a full in-depth review coming out where I'll be comparing it to actually quite a few things. Of course I've got to compare it to the assault rifles for the main variant, but then I've got to compare it to the Marksman rifles for that 10 round mags. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see first guys, and yeah, so I'm lucky to be able to play with this and discover it early. I hope you two get into it as well, and yeah, so from me and from Sam, we'll see you in the next one. So with everything being said there, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please hit like, and if you find yourself here often, please consider subscribing. But that's me out for the day. 2 videos, well technically 3 because I've edited tomorrow's video already, and 1 day is quite tiring. So yeah, I will leave it there, but I hope you enjoy the rest of this footage, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Enemy counter UAV, lost radar. Kill confirmed. Get down. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy in the container. Stay side! Kill confirmed. Allied UAV over.